Hello grade 12 students. Look at the table below, then read the text under the table. Circle the correct form of each verb in the text. Right? As you can see, there are two options, and you are going to choose the right option. But before this, let's see the title. The words top global brands. What does it mean brand? As you can see in the table, the third column exactly, the brand. Here we have 5 brands, brands, famous brands. Apple, Google, Coca-Cola, IBM, and Microsoft. Everyone knows these famous brands. But what does it mean, the word brand? The brand is the name or the symbol, a word or a sentence that companies use to distinguish their products from others. Okay? And we have to know also the word logo. What does it mean, a logo? Look at the last column in the table. Logo is the graphic mark or the picture or the symbol used to identify a company or a brand, right? And as you can see, for example, in front of the name Google, the logo of Google, you can see the letters TM. This is a trademark. What's meant by a trademark? A trademark is the legal protection given to a brand name, right? Good. Now let's see the text for this paragraph is describing the table, okay? The ranking of brand names, famous brand names in 2012 and 2013. Let's read together. The table above, and you should choose between published and was published by a leading US brand consultancy. And of course, the first one has been done for you. So the right option is was published. Let's read it again. The table above was published by a leading US brand consultancy. Why did we use was published and not published? Because was published, this is the passive form, and we need the passive form here and not the active voice. Okay? Why? How can I distinguish? Students may ask, how can I know which one I should choose? The past simple or the past passive? And why did you choose this and not that? This is a good question. It's very easy to distinguish and to choose the best option. It requires you just to look at the form of the sentence, the components of the sentence. Any sentence in English has a subject, then a verb, then an object or a complement. So now you should ask yourself, the first component of this sentence, which is called the subject, the first word or words in this sentence, is it the doer of the verb? Is it the doer of the action? For example, when we say the table above, this phrase This is the subject in this sentence, in this first sentence. The table above. And ask yourself, the verb is published. Yes. So ask yourself, is it the table which is the doer of the verb publish? Is it the table who or which or that does the verb of publishing, the action of publishing? Is it the table that publish, or the table receives the action of publishing? Of course not. The table is not the doer of the action. So that's why this sentence is passive and not active. If you apply this technique to all the sentences, you will answer correctly. Look at the next sentence. As we can see, the number one position in 2013, and you have to choose between taken and was taken by Apple. But be careful here, you have taken, and taken is the third form, and this is the past participle of the verb take. So it cannot be by itself. So this is wrong. The answer should be was taken. Okay, the position was taken by Apple. And if you apply the same technique, you will say, is it the position that take? Is it the position that does the action of taking? No, it's Apple. The brand of Apple take the position. This is the active form of the sentence, the normal form, the active voice, I mean. But here it's the passive voice, and we should say was taken. Let's continue. Before 2013, Coca-Cola held or was held the number one position for 13 years. Now you are going to choose one of the options. Let's do it in the same way. Let's ask, is it Coca-Cola that does the action of holding? Is it Coca-Cola that held or not? Yes, it is. So this sentence is normal, and this is the active voice. So we should say Coca-Cola held the number one position. Okay, next one. But in 2013, it dropped or was dropped to the number 3 position. What do you think? The action of dropping, is it done by the subject it, which is Coca-Cola, the brand of Coca-Cola? Yes, it is. So this is an active voice also. So we should say it dropped. Let's continue. Google rose or was risen. If we do the same thing, we will discover quickly and easily that Google, which is the subject of the sentence, is the doer of the action. And this sentence is active also. And we should say Google rose to the number 2 position in 2013. The next one, number 6, but we have 2 words, beat and was beaten by Apple. Here, the subject is Google again, the same subject. And we should use was beaten. Why? Because Apple beat Google and not the opposite, as we can understand it from this sentence. You should know the meaning of the sentence to understand, and you can also go to the ranking in the table to discover who beat the other. The companies in the first 4 positions in 2012 remained or was remained the same in 2013. Of course, we should choose remained. Why? Because the companies are the doer of the action, the action of remaining. Okay, but their order, number 8, changed or was changed. Of course, here we have to choose the word changed. Why? Because their order changed and not any other thing. The last sentence, however, Microsoft stayed or was stayed in the number 5 position in both years. And this is very easy if we apply the same technique and we ask ourselves, is it Microsoft that stayed or Microsoft received the action of staying? The first one is correct, and we should say Microsoft stayed, right? So it's very easy. If you apply the technique that we explain it, you will discover which one best suits the sentence. Thank you very much.